What's up, everybody? We are back for another episode of TNA Impact on a Thursday night with the Insiders, and I'm happy to be back with you all. So glad to see so many of you in the chat. Let me do this before I forget because I know I will. If you don't mind, folks, drop a like on the video, and if you are new to the channel, welcome. We are glad that you are here. Please hit that subscribe button and join us every week. We try to be here every week. And speaking of that, we are going to do our best to come up with some type of schedule so we can continue to do TNA on Thursdays and keep things going on the channel. So stay tuned for that. We will get back to you and let you know what's next. So let's go over the card real quick. And if you don't mind, folks, because we're already getting the start of the episode, they're recapping last week and Joe Hendry saying, hey, listen, I got to come to grips with the fact that I lost. He has a shot at the title at Slamversary, but so does Mike Santana. So we will see how that plays out over the next few weeks heading up to Slammiversary. I, for one, am excited. I'm sure a lot of you are too. But yeah, let's get this. We'll get this card going here. And while we're doing that, go ahead and shout out in the chat what you had to eat today. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, snack, doesn't matter. Just let us know what you had. They're talking about the match right now. Trick Williams, the TNA World Champion, going up against Joe Hendry and Mike Santana at Slammiversary. Heather, what's up? Saying, okay, y'all, I'm alive. As usual, been a lot going on. Hope everyone can get back on schedule soon. Yeah, me too. Hopefully we can get back on a schedule soon. Yeah, because we ain't missing weeks to hang out with you all. So yeah, glad that we're here this week and we can do this. James saying he had bangers and mash and baked beans. Sounds good. Hello, everyone joining us. Greatly appreciate you being here with us this evening. And I'll go ahead and throw this out there. I don't know if anyone will join me this evening. We'll see what happens. But if not, you'll be hanging out with me. So Heather had Chinese takeout, fried rice with shrimp, chicken, and pork. Sounds good, Heather. All right, so it looks like we are getting the Inspiration up first. And they're going to be going up against Victoria Crawford and Tessa Blanchard. So, yeah, Melissa had boneless wings from Buffalo Wild Wings. Sounds good. What flavor did you have, Melissa? Brian had he's been on the grill and smoker all day. That's going to be me tomorrow. Burgers, brats, turkey, and bologna. That sounds fantastic. John Kessler had pastrami fries with Russian dressing. That sounds good. Hamburger helper, cheeseburger, mac for Jason Stauffer. Can't go wrong with hamburger helper. I just throw that out there. Hot. Extra wet. There you go. Hot. I love the spicy stuff. Yeah, it was showing us last week we had a little bit of a melee backstage between Ash by Elegance and the Elegance brand and the Inspiration. So a lot of stuff going on. Derek had chicken brown rice and veggies. Back on the diet. I will try to be back on a diet at some point. Can't make any promises. That one snuck up. Yeah, Heather. It was really good to see them return. Caught us by surprise too. So yeah, I'm really glad to see them back. Andrea had a tuna sandwich with sea salt chips and apple slices with a bottle of wild cherry Pepsi. That sounds delicious. Tessa Blanchard out to the ring first here. And now we see Victoria, so I didn't see Victoria come out at the same time since I was checking the chat, but both teams out there right now. That's true, Melissa. No diet on the 4th. There's no such thing as a diet. All right, so here we go. We're about to get underway here. Jason David, good evening. Had the new Archburgers from McDonald's. Sounds good. What's up, Jeremy? James saying, reported AJ Styles has signed a new 1-year extension on his WWE deal. So that must mean that next year might be the year. That might be it. We might get the AJ Styles farewell tour. Andreas saying, I'm happy the inspiration is back in TNA. I hope they're thrown and shut up the Elegance brand. Same here. Heather saying, dang, man, I don't know what we're going to do on the 4th. We don't celebrate much anymore because my grandma died on the 4th. Oh, I'm so sorry, Heather. Yeah, and this year is extra tough financially, I know, for so many people. So, Brandon throwing out a prediction. I have Victoria and Tessa due to interference. Okay. Yeah, let me know in the chat what's your prediction for this matchup. Who do you have, the Inspiration or Victoria Crawford and Tessa Blanchard? I would say they need to induct him over this next year, Melissa. I would agree with that. All right, I will bring myself on screen here. Hello, everyone. Good to see you all. Yeah, it's tough when those happen around holidays, especially if you have if your family is really family oriented and you do the cookouts and the big gatherings and all that. Yeah, it makes it very difficult. John Kessler has the inspiration to win. What's up, Jeremy? Hope you're doing well, man. Clown, got to work in the morning, then come home, start feeding my dog, comments, watch GCW's Backyard Show, then work Saturday morning. I got you. That's a busy weekend. Hey, Andrea. How do I feel about Mike Santana? I love that. I could be very wrong, but I don't know if he's the last person that that's going to get added to that match. I really don't. But we shall see. Yeah, that's a lot, Clown. Heather saying you got a lot on your plate. Yeah, you do. That's a lot. That's a lot to do this weekend. So hopefully you find some time to rest during that, and hopefully have a little bit of downtime. They're previewing the rest of the show, talking about the match between Mance Warner and Jake something. We've got Matt Cardona and Eddie Edwards. Trey Miguel versus Nick Nemeth. That should be really good. Sean Rousset saying, I think Tessa and Victoria win due to interference from Ash by Elegance. Heather saying Santana had better win that title match. Sorry, Joe Hendry, but he will be in WWE soon enough. John saying, I'm thinking that Tessa and Victoria would make a good tag team in the Knockouts division. Brandon saying, never thought Alisha Fox and Tessa are as a tag team. Yeah. James saying, Kaz uses his opportunity to make it four-way. Hey, that could very well happen. That could very well happen. Yeah, that's something else with fireworks and everything. People just don't understand with the dogs. I don't know how it is where you are, but people start setting off fireworks like a week before and like a week after. So hopefully your doggo will be fine. and get through that. Hopefully they don't shoot them there like they do here. How do you feel about Jordan Grace and Blake Monroe teaming up against Fatal Influence? I love it. Yeah, I think yeah, same same clown, same. I'm sorry. Um I think that the NXT women's division is so stacked that anything that they can do to get more people involved, I think is great. Indy Hartwell face to face with Tessa Blanchard outside here. Indy was on commentary. Victoria Crawford is pretty much alone right now in the middle of the ring in the IInspiration. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3. The IInspiration picks up the win. And Tessa went after Indy Hartwell. We are getting some fighting out here right now. Tessa Blanchard and Indy Hartwell fighting right beside commentary, right outside the ring here. Wow. Tessa and Indy at Slammiversary. Tessa's laughing. Indy's not playing. How do I feel about the Judgment Day winning tag team titles? I like it. I'm fine with it. I think they did what they needed to do with the New Day by having them be the champs when they were. But I love the Judgment Day. I've kind of been out on them a couple times, but I really like them the more that I think about it. So, they do that here too. When it's bonfire night instead of the night, it's the entire month of November. Oh my gosh. Yikes. Yeah, Tessa turned their back on Victoria Crawford for a personal vendetta. So we shall see what comes of that. So we're at our first break, folks. So let me ask this. What is, and I don't even want to make it a fourth type thing, but I just want to talk about cookouts, barbecues, whatever you call them. What is a cookout or barbecue staple that you must have every time you have a cookout? Every time the grill is out, you gotta have it. What is that for you? First question of the night. What's up, Brandon? How you doing? Stay strong. Stay strong, Derek. Stay strong. Oh man, you gotta stay strong. Judgment Day winning allows Finn to say he is better than Liv. Yep, all for the story. Same way. Ribs, says Derek. Potato salad, says Clown. Let me ask this about the potato salad: mustard based or mayonnaise? Brandon, we'll get back to you on that. Let me talk to Joe and see, but we might be able to make something happen. Hot dog, says John Kessler. Coleslaw, says Brandon. Sorry, not Brandon. I'm reading your first name and last name. Heather is saying we had a friend who lives in Arizona now who would cook out and made the most amazing smoked pork butt. Smoking stuff on the grill. I'm cooking ribs and chicken and hot dogs and hamburgers and probably a couple steaks tomorrow. So Fajita says Melissa.
Here, which means high temps and humidity that can be hard.
Sorry, don't know what that is, but my Alexa device decided that it wanted to turn on. So Um, Sean Rousset says burgers and hot dogs. Steak and baked potatoes, says Jeremy. Either add pickles or not, just leave it in the sun and keep it. Okay, okay. Another episode of the first of its kind King speech. He said, "You can make that make sense. You're better than me." Um, James, James is hilarious. Leftover frozen pizza for lunch and a brownie. Everything tastes great coming off the grill. Okay, here's the other question: charcoal or gas? That's the question for you. Ray Walton, Tom talking about Slammiversary. The Elegance brand versus the Inspiration for the TNA Knockouts Tag Team Championship. That should be a lot of fun. Brandon saying gas. Tessa Blanchard versus Indy Hartwell. Jason saying if I'm having a picnic, I have to have cheeseburgers and hot dogs. That sounds good. Yep. James says surely charcoal or what's the point? Jeremy saying gas. Heather saying we had a gas grill, but we got rid of it years ago. Barry Monkey saying always charcoal. Charcoal, says Derek. Hank Hill, all day propane, says Clown. Brandon loved the early start time of Raw on Monday. So this should be interesting right here. We're going to get order 4. And if you didn't see last week, Cedric Alexander is now in TNA and thoroughly enthralled in this, whatever this is going on with Mustafa Ali and Order 4. So we've got Tasha Steelz out here right now with Jason Hotch and John Schuyler. Citizens of TNA, she says. No, she knows that there's a lot of chaos and disorder going on. She says she reached out to Cedric Alexander, someone he respects and trusts, his best friend. She would like for Cedric and Mr. Ali, as she says, to come out. So Cedric Alexander coming out here first. Firewood, says Melissa. Custody of Tasha ladder match. Oh my goodness. Heather saying, well, not to blow my own horn, but I kind of called it on another channel. Knew Cedric wouldn't go to AEW because of his wife, Big Swole. Yeah, I think a lot of people may have forgotten about the stuff that was going on. That was going on there. So, yeah, yeah, you definitely called it. It's a good call. Mustafa Ali getting ready to come out now. Christopher saying that's awesome that Cedric Alexander's in TNA now. Those hardcore AEWs never forget. Yeah, I did not think that he would end up there, although it would make a ton of sense from the Hurt Syndicate standpoint. I just didn't think that that he would end up there. Me too, James. Me too. Heather singing Ali and Cedric put on bangers. Let's not forget. Yeah. Cedric saying Tasha called me. He's saying this angry, obsessive, bitter person is not the person that we all know. So it's not Ali that he called brother. He's talking about 205 Live. Said they took the entire cruiserweight division and carried it on their backs. He said that John Cena was watching their match and gave them a standing ovation. What's up, Jen Carter? How are you? He said that Ali talked him off the edge and kept him going when he wanted to give up. He says he's not there for hostility. He's there to help. Let's see where this goes with Ali. He told him he doesn't want his blankety-blank help. What's up, Gus? How you doing? Ali saying that Cedric took away the cruiserweight title and a WrestleMania moment away from him. So he just poked him in the chest. He just told somebody to cry. You shut up when I'm talking. Mustafa Ali always comes out with the security guys, but they're completely useless. Heather saying this whole Ali supervillain thing isn't doing it for me at the moment. It's kind of over the top. He wants a rematch with Cedric. At Slammiversary. Cedric said, if you want hostility, though, we can take it there. Mustafa Ali trying to go after Cedric Alexander, tried to cheap shot him, but Cedric was just a little bit ahead of the game. Security now jumping on Cedric Alexander. Wow. The great hands jumping in to assist Cedric Alexander. Is he going to do the lumbar? He did. Heather saying, here's a crazy idea. After Santana has a world title run, let Cedric have a crack at it. I would not mind that at all. Would not mind that at all. Mustafa Ali looking at his old group with Cedric Alexander, and hey, he's not happy about that, obviously. So we shall see what happens from here. That should be a good match, though, at Slammiversary. We're getting a lot of matches added to that card tonight, and it's coming up on Sunday, July 20th, and we will be here for it on this channel. So join us on Sunday, July 20th for our Slammiversary watch along. Should be a lot of fun. Speaking of a lot of fun, we are getting a chain match. Masha Slamovich, the champion, defending against her former tag team partner, Killer Kelly. Should be a lot of fun. Who's looking forward to that one? I know I am. This might have been the match of the night for me, the one that I was anticipating the most. So, John saying that is a match I want to see. Mustafa Ali versus Cedric Alexander. Me too. Early start times for me for Raw throws me off on Netflix. Then the international spoilers for SmackDown ruined the show for me on Friday. I wish international fans would stop spoiling SmackDown. I wish fans in general would stop spoiling anything. I wish dirt sheets would stop putting stuff out ahead of time. I just, yeah, don't even get me started on that. But I agree, Jason. Um, Kelly versus Masha, says James. Heather says, not gonna lie, another channel I sub to actually has access to the international feeds for the WWE shows. So sadly, I heard about the SmackDown stuff too. Yeah. James saying, blaming international fans is crazy. I just think all fans need to be mindful that, hey, other people don't want to be spoiled. We don't want to know. We want to be surprised. Let us be surprised. Stop taking that away from us. Conrad in the house. What's up, man? Y'all go support Conrad. Subscribe to Everything Pro Wrestling. Conrad does great work on his channel and great environment too. So go check him out. Go subscribe if you're not subscribed already. Brandon saying Kelly versus Masha. This is going to be a good match. I agree. James saying I despise spoilers. Same here. Same here, my friend. I absolutely despise them. Sometimes I'm glad that I'm on the other side of a keyboard, on the other side of a phone or a device. My blood pressure would probably rise if I had to see these people spoiling it. Sean Rousseau, I honestly wish fans who were at the show should wait until after Friday to put their videos if they want. But that's never going to happen. Nope. In a perfect world, people would be considerate of other people's feelings, viewing habits, etc., etc. But thus, we're not there. So wishful thinking on my part, but yeah. Gust saying, I can't wait for Cedric versus Ali at Slammiversary. We are getting a video package here from Killer Kelly. She is back and she is going after that TNA Knockouts title. Saying that the chain defined the team of MK Ultra. Masha says she doesn't remember her place. Oh, Masha saying her place is crawling around and doing her dirty work. Jeez. Killer Kelly saying now it's her turn to take what means most to her. Here we go. Killer Kelly coming out to the ring. Killer Kelly, it's good to see her back. Let's see. Let's see who wins this one. Let me know in the chat what's your prediction for this one. Do we get a new champion in Killer Kelly or does Masha retain? Let me know in the chat. Let's see. James says there's a few reports going around that WWE would like some TNA talent for Evolution 2. That would be cool. I think that'd be really good. Christopher saying Masha gets the dub. I think so too. Nothing against Killer Kelly, but I think Masha retains here. Inspiration is one of them. Okay. That would be cool. Marvin saying Masha for the win. Sean saying Masha retains. John, I think Masha retains the title. Did anyone see that Natalya wants to face Masha? I did not see that, but I'd be all for it. Jason saying 4 wrestlers in TNA I like are Alisha, Killer Kelly, Tessa, and Indy. Masha for the win, says Brandon. Masha's in the ring, so now we are getting the announcement. Hope you feel better, Tazzy. Feel better soon, man. That's what's most important. Feel better, man. Good to see you in here, though. Masha Hassan saying he's voting for Killer Kelly. I think JC Jane comes out again after the match, says Sean Say. Yeah, seriously, Tazzy, get better, man. Get you some rest if you can. Getting the tail of the tape between the former tag champs. Getting the chain attached now. Now it's being attached to Masha. Does TNA commentary mic sound low to anyone else? Let me see. Not for me, James. It sounds a little bit lower than normal, but it doesn't sound too low. But I always have mine turned down a little bit so I can not get distracted too much. Little Silver saying TNA Slammiversary cards turned out to be great. We will get Matt Cardona at Slammiversary in his hometown. Could we see a reunion of the major players? I think we could see just about anything at this point, especially with all the matches that we're seeing added right now. There's a lot to be excited about if you're a TNA fan looking forward to Slammiversary, I'll say. Jason saying, have you seen Natty wrestling the Indies? She is wrestling as a completely different character. Yeah. She's so talented and she's such a legend. And I hope that folks truly appreciate her like she deserves. Masha Slamovich down on the outside here. Killer Kelly is trying to yank her up over the turnbuckle here. Tazzy saying, really nice to see my girl Killer Kelly back. I thought about you, Tazzy, as soon as she came back. I was like, I bet Tazzy's gonna be happy with Killer Kelly being back. Need a giggity, Brandon? Here you go. There you go. Brandon picking Masha Slamovich. What is Killer Kelly doing now? Masha is still outside on the floor. Killer Kelly's in control right now, rolling Masha back into the ring, and she gets back into the ring. And we got a break right in the middle of that. So Brandon saying, I'm surprised this is not the main event. Me too. I am too, a little bit. So, yeah. All right, folks. Gonna throw another question out to you. We talked about favorite cookout foods. Now, let's talk about favorite cookout beverages. And they can be of the adult variety. They can be beer or alcohol or whatever. But what's a drink that you have to have at a cookout, at a barbecue? Let me know in the chat. Me personally, I'm a big time water drinker, so I don't deviate much from that. But I'm playing a giggity for Tazzy on that one. That's for you, Tazzy. Jello shots, says Clown. Yes, we are doing Slammiversary, Melissa. We will be here for that. Indeed. Sean saying, not sure if you watch Evolve, but it's good to have NXT and main roster talent come down. I haven't had a chance to see much of Evolve, but from what I've seen, I've liked it. I've seen clips. I haven't seen a full episode, but I've seen like 15, 20-minute clips here and there. So some longer videos, but I like what I see. James saying vodka and Coke, lots of them. Conrad saying ice cold water. Me too, because most of the time I'm on the grill and I don't have time. I'm already sweating and I really don't want to sweat any more than that. So Sean saying water and frozen lemonade. Lemonade is goat. Ice cold Coca-Cola. Yeah, I love a good. I have to have the zero sugar ones, the less fun ones, because I'm diabetic. But yeah, I love a good ice cold soft drink, whether it's a Coca-Cola or Pepsi or whatever. I love it all. So Booker T would be wild in this match on commentary. I agree. It would be. Still at break here. Now we're returning from break. Killer Kelly is still in control. Killer Kelly is in control of this match with a cover here, 2 count for Killer Kelly. So iced tea with lemon, says John. Pepsi and Cayman Jack, says Melissa. Iced tea with Sprite. Yeah, and it is so sugary. Like I took maybe 2 or 3 sips and I was like, okay, I can't do this. Strawberry lemonade and tequila, says Tazzy. Let's see. Do you guys in America have these pint glass type mugs you can put in the freezer? Oh yeah, we do. Little Silver saying, I agree. Booker T and legendary. Yep, Taz would be good on commentary for this. It's TNA free on YouTube now. I don't know. If somebody can let us know. I do know that they've been putting episodes out on YouTube, but I'm not sure if it's a free. If it's free to watch the weekly episodes. Somebody will have to let us know. Now Masha just taking Killer Kelly's head and just banging it on the post here. She's got that chain wrapped around her neck and around her face right now. In the mouth. Yeah, we have something like that, James. Killer Kelly now on the receiving end of some boops and some. Oh, she got hit in the back with that chain. Ooh. Did not mean to go to that match, so not sure how that happened. Sorry about that, folks. Brandon saying it's crazy as 4th of July tomorrow. Yeah, I mean, this year has just flown by. Before you know it, we'll be talking about Halloween and Thanksgiving and Christmas. So, yeah. Killer Kelly now swinging that chain. Oh my gosh. Wrapping her fist up. Headbutt. Banging Killer Kelly's head off the steps now. John Kessler saying Matt Cardona versus Eddie might be the main event tonight. Speaking of a TNA legend, happy to see Abyss and Janice in WWE 2K25. Yes. I think so, Tazzy. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is. Yeah, James saying, yeah, Tazzy. Masha Slamovich is laying on the ramp. Killer Kelly was trying to drag her up. Now she's choking her with this chain. What is about to happen here on the ramp? Suplex on the ramp. Now she's dragging Masha back down the ramp. Oh, awesome, Tazzy. That'll be good, man, to have you on. Both Killer Kelly and Masha Slamovich back in the ring now. Killer Kelly with a 2 count. Killer Kelly wrapping that chain around Masha again, and now throwing some punches and forearms. Masha now wrapping the chain around Killer Kelly. They're just trading blows right now. They're just trading shots. Both back up to their feet right now. Right in the middle of the ring. Both of them go for a clothesline and knock each other down. Right in the center of the ring, right on the letters TNA. Is R-Truth hype over? No, I wouldn't say it's over. Sorry, James. Yeah, James, if you want to put that in the chat, what happened? Definitely want to say prayers and keep everyone in our thoughts and everything for the player and their family and all their fans. Oh, big knee there from Masha. Big boot now. Oh. Killer Kelly now down 2 count here from Masha Slamovich. What's going on here? Wow. James saying wouldn't expect anything less from these two. Is SmackDown better? Yes, Melissa. I would say definitely yes, because I don't think it needs to be 3 hours. That's just my personal opinion. But I think they've struggled with it at times being 3 hours. Killer Kelly, 2 count. Wow, that was very close there. I like the design, Brandon. Will Silver saying, I'm glad TNA Slammiversary is on a Sunday level and wrestling pay-per-views on Sundays. I agree. Derek, I'm playing this for you. Killer Kelly kicks out at 2. Wow. This has been a heck of a match. Really physical back and forth. Masha Slamovich. Oh. Drop kick from Killer Kelly. Cover here. 1, 2. Masha just gets that arm up. Uh-oh. Chain wrapped around the throat of Killer Kelly right now. Masha's in control. Killer Kelly has to tap out. Masha Slamovich retains. That was a heck of a match right there. Masha Slamovich retains and is still your TNA Knockouts World Champion. Heck of a match there. Heck of a match, though, from both Killer Kelly and Masha. JC Jane and Fallon Henley. Fatal Influence as a whole was in here. JC Jane looking to become JC 2 belts, it looks like. Yeah, Fatal Influence really beating down Masha Slamovich. Laying Lee, Zaya Brookside come down to help, but a little too late. Yeah, Heather, I agree. I mean, it was, you could see the writing on the wall, but it was still a really well done match, I think. Zaya Brookside and Lei Ying Lee come down to assist Masha Slamovich, but we'll see what ends up happening here. Could we get a match at Evolution? Could we get something at Slammiversary? We shall see. A little trash talk back and forth between the teams. Where's Teddy Long when you need him? Says James. Getting a flashback to last week. Recap of Eric Young getting thrown out. Melissa saying there's so much wrestling in July. AEW, WWE, TNA, and MLP. And my birthday, great month. Love it. Yes, a great time to be a wrestling fan. The hometown guy is kind of Eric Young is not having it. Eric Young is really heated about the hometown man. A lot of people don't like the hometown man around. I'm okay with the hometown man being around. I like him. The Northern Armory here. Eric Young saying they embarrassed him. Said, you embarrassed me. I got kicked out of the building and then you lost to the Hardys. You're not wolves, you're lambs. Oh, man. Saying, are you with me or against me? He said, maybe I have to shovel some dirt on both of you. Saying they'll do whatever it takes. And Eric Young says, prove it. All right, what are we going to see? Who's out right now? Let's get the injury report. Trey Miguel is out with a hernia. Zachary Wentz will be going up against Nick Nemeth. Zaya Brookside also has a knee injury. She's day to day. AJ Francis is cleared from his head and lower back injuries. I like it too, Brandon. I think that's a nice touch. We're still going to get the King's speech with Frankie Kazarian in a little bit. And we're going to get Zachary Wentz against Nick Nemeth. So excuse the incorrect graphic, but Matt Cardona and Eddie Edwards up next. So let me know in the chat, folks. Who you got? You got Eddie? You got Matt Cardona? Who you got? Let me know. All right, on another break right now. Matt Cardona says Little Silver. Cardona easy, says Heather. Eddie by cheating, says Brandon. We will be seeing more of him in upcoming TNA events. I think Matt Cardona wins because of some shenanigans that backfire on the system, says John. Matt Cardona for the win, says Christopher. Let's see here. Matt Cardona, all the way, says Andrea. So, who does Brian Myers help? That's a good question, says that's Clown's asking here. James saying, you're the king of the indies and now you're rich. But to me, you'll always be as his edges. Yeah, who does Brian Myers help? That's a good question. I would think at some point maybe he's got to help his boy Cardona out. That's what I would think. Lil Silver says Matt Cardona should just sign with TNA for a year. WWE may not let him be himself, like he told WWE he wants to come back as Matt Cardona, not Zack Ryder, because Zack is dead. Yeah, I like Cardona in TNA. I like Cardona, period, but I like seeing him here. Sean saying Eddie Edwards for the win. Yeah, this should be a good match. I don't know if we get shenanigans. Here we go with a video of Mike Santana. He says, in this business, we're not owed anything. We don't deserve a thing. When you work, you earn. He said, every person over the last week that's been with him has made their voices heard. Said it forced the hand of TNA management to give him something that he's rightfully earned. TNA main event at Slammiversary. He said everything that he's gone through to get to this moment, that's what it's about. Being able to go home and show his daughter that anything is possible. He said he's not going to Slammiversary to lose. He said he's not going to go home and explain why he's empty-handed. Not this time. He sold me. I think I'm all in on Mike Santana being the next TNA world champ. Say he's the illest and realest to ever do it. Wow. Here we go. Brandon said, don't let Alisha speak, please. Eddie Edwards making his way down to the ring, accompanied by Alisha Edwards. Yeah, I think Santana, I think he's the guy at this point. I I'd be shocked if they don't do it because he's earned it. He's earned this opportunity. Every single bit of it. Matt Cardona now coming out always ready. Hassan saying he votes for Eddie Edwards. At least Alisha doesn't have a microphone yet. Keyword being yet. Matt Cardona, Eddie Edwards in the ring, and they're not wasting any time. They're going right after each other. Cardona. Cardona gives a boot to Eddie Edwards. Guys, I'm going to try to eat a little bit, so I apologize. Eddie Edwards in control now with Cardona trying to get back up. Forearm there from Matt Cardona, and now a chop. Poke to the eyes, though, by Eddie Edwards. Chops over to Matt Cardona in the corner, and oh man, those are echoing. Headbutt here from Eddie. Clown says it's either Santana or they want to do an against all odds trick. Is going to retire the title. Vance Warner. Matt Cardona talking to the crowd. They're behind him. Reboot there from Matt. And Alisha tries to get involved, grabbing at Matt's feet. She does have some cool kicks on, Heather. I got to agree with you there. Blue Thunder Bomb there from Eddie. 2 count. What does Alisha Edwards have? She's got a ring there. Eddie Edwards going over to get it. We'll see. Eddie's got it. But let's see if Matt Cardona has something up his sleeve. Brian Myers comes down saying, hey, maybe let's not do this. Cardona with the cover. Cardona gets the win, takes advantage of Eddie Edwards being distracted by Brian Myers. Brian Myers cost Eddie Edwards the win there. So what is going to happen with the rest of the system? Lights out. Oh, wow. Dark State from NXT in the ring beating down Matt Cardona. Dark State standing tall at the end of that. Showing up in TNA. What a surprise tonight. Wow. Heather not a fan of it. Brian Myers is going to have to explain himself to the system. Absolutely. Jake something against Mance Warner is coming up next. So in the chat, folks, you know the drill. Let me know. Who do you have in this one? Got Mance Warner or do you have Jake something? Yeah, this is quite interesting, I'll say, this evening. But I don't see NXT. I don't know who. Yeah. I haven't seen NXT in a couple of weeks. I just haven't been able to catch it, but might catch up tomorrow. I'm hoping I catch up on a few things tomorrow. Mance Warner for the win, says Christopher. John is picking Jake something. I'm sorry. I'm looking at text messages, looking at all kinds of stuff. John Kessler is picking Jake something. I think TNA is working up to Steve Macklin versus Jake at Slammiversary. I would love that match. Clown going with the Southern Psycho, good old Mance Warner. Do you think Jake something and Mance would make a good? Yeah, I think they would make a good tag team too. One I wouldn't mess with. I can tell you that. Jake something for the win, says Little Silver. All right. Hopefully we're about to come back from this break here. And speaking of someone, I kind of just spoiled it, even though I didn't even know that I was spoiling it. But
hello,
the legend that is Joe.
Hello, everyone.
What's up, man?
Not much, man. It's been a while. It's been a while. It's been too long.
Yeah.
I heard we're getting a chain match tonight. That should be fun.
Well, it already happened.
Oh, man. Who won?
Masha.
Masha won? Okay.
But it was a heck of a match, man. Probably right now, definitely my match of the night.
Nice. I'll have to go back and make sure I watch it.
We're going to have a match at Slammiversary with Cedric Alexander and Mustafa Ali.
Ah, yes. That's right. Yep. That's awesome. I know that, what is it going to be? Trick, Joe Hendry, and Santana?
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome. What's up, guys? How are you all?
And Mike Santana just completely sold me on him being the champion.
Oh, did he really? Yeah, good promo.
He had a heck of a backstage video package.
I kind of think you might be right. And I mean, I would always side with you with your picks anyway, but I kind of think you might be right. I think that we're kind of a little bit past Joe Hendry having it now. So, yeah, I kind of agree with you.
Ooh.
Whoa, Jordan Grace?
Masha up against JC Jane or Jordan Grace.
Wow. Damn. Wow, that's kind of cool.
Title versus title, winner takes all.
Yeah, how about that? Moose with the X Division Championship against Leon Slater. Slammiversary, not that far away, guys. What we have a little over 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
We, of course, will be there for that. Not there physically, but we will be here for that.
Yeah.
So how is everyone? Hope you're all doing well. James, Marvin, Christopher, Clown, Heather. My work schedule sucks now. I work all nights. So I can't, I don't get out a lot of time until, but I'm getting better. I'm getting better at closing. So once I get in my groove, I'll be out of there in like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
So I'll definitely be able to make the shows, which is great because I missed all of you. Hey, Conrad, how are you?
Yeah, Conrad had the statement earlier. Please put the title on Santana.
Yeah, I would agree. I think it's time. TNA should get the NXT Women's title this time. Yeah,
I agree.
That'd be a good change. What's up, Sean? Hey, what's up, Derek? How are you, buddy? Doing good. I'm an operations / tech manager in Staples now, but it's good. It's going good. I'm back managing again, which is kind of cool. I get paid weekly, which is wonderful. I have never had a job that paid me weekly, and it's fantastic, man. You can really iron out your bills and stuff a lot better that way. But yeah, it's good. It's really, really good. I'm working tomorrow. I'm working the holiday, and I get paid like double time and a half, double time, which is awesome. So yeah, I dig it.
Joe, someone asked earlier in the chat if we're going to do Sunday.
Between the ropes? Yeah, I think we should if you're available.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
Yeah, we got to talk about a lot of stuff, man. We got to. I want to hear Jeff's opinions on the John Cena thing. I want to get your opinions on Cody. Cody doing a little bit of dark kind of stuff, like a little bit of darker things lining up, and just a lot of we have a lot of stuff to talk about. Obviously, TNA, everything's going on there, and let's do it. Definitely. It's been too long, so we will have our show 8:30 p.m. on Sunday night. I'll be long out of work by then. We close at 6 o'clock on Sundays. So yep. Is that Leon Slater? It is.
Yep, he started training when he was 9.
Oh my God! Look at that. That's awesome. Jeff, I was going to send you pictures yesterday, but it was too late to do so. I don't know if you saw the pictures I put on Facebook of the start of the filming of Crystal Lake. They showed Linda Cardellini as Mrs. Voorhees. They have pictures of the camp. I was going ballistic yesterday. They ain't unifying. They are unifying the women's singles titles in TNA and NXT. I like it. What do you think of the titles being unified? James said that's not happening. Jeff and Joe contract signing at Great American Bash for the TNA title. Is Cody going? I don't know, Melissa. A little bit. It's kind of seeming that way. And someone asked him a question about that on a podcast that he was on, and he kind of said that he feels that he might be changing a little bit. He liked the face run, but he's saying he might be changing a little bit. So I don't know. If they're going to have the same outcome, and it's going to be Cena and Cody again, and Cena goes back to good, then it would kind of make sense for Cody to go to bad. So I don't know. But you know what? I don't care because it's finally getting interesting. Because we had that period of like 2 or 3 months, almost before the whole R-Truth stuff, where it was so mundane.
It'll lull.
Wasn't it? Yeah, it was just boring. And then it got started. Now it's getting interesting again. So I'm just happy for that. We got Macklin is down at the announce table. Jeff, I haven't even been able to talk to you about horror stuff. Did you see the trailer for I Know What You Did Last Summer?
I did not.
It looks pretty good.
I've been kind of slacking, I gotta admit.
It looks pretty good. Oh, and you definitely have to get if your daughter, Jeff, loves Marvel stuff at all, you and her have to watch Ironheart. And your son, Jeff, it was one of the best Marvel series I've seen in a long time.
Yeah, I'll definitely check it out with them.
Very good. Very, very, very good. Not to mention they had one of my favorite 80s songs by Shaka Khan in it.
Ooh.
Ain't Nobody, it's called. Oh, yep. And I'm like, really good. And Ryan Coogler, of course, was involved. And he's just really good. But it's so good. I was so glad to see that, because Marvel series have been really dull, especially the ones on Disney Plus. Even Daredevil didn't wow me. But 6 episodes. It's very, very easy to watch. But it very, very good. I was very happy for that. Jake something. Good to see Jake. I'm sure Leon is winning. 95% sure Leon's going to beat Moose. Okay. Swerve, Strickland, Indies team. I vote for Mance, Warner. Yeah, we got Mance and Jake something. This should be a battle of the brutes here. Mance got a big lipsticky kiss. The original I Know What You Did had one of the best covers ever to a type. Oh yeah, negative. Yeah. Yeah, that had a good soundtrack. Yeah, I would agree. Yeah, I'm very, very. Well, Jeff, you should be happy too, because Saw got bought by Blumhouse.
Yeah.
So that's kind of cool.
Yeah, I think they're gonna reboot the whole thing.
Yeah, that's what I heard. Yeah, I don't know how they're gonna. You know what though? It's scary because the original is so good.
Mm-hmm.
How do you beat that ending? Like, you know what I mean? Like, they are really gonna have to wow me to beat that ending in that. But we'll see. Here's the picture I was talking about. That is Linda Cardellini, who is famously in Scooby-Doo, and that is as Jason's mom. So it's first look at Pamela Voorhees. And then they showed some outside pictures of some of the cabins from Crystal Lake. They even had they have gotten old 70s cars and stuff to put in it, and you see a familiar motorcycle there.
Yep.
From the policeman in the first film. So yeah, man, I'm very, very excited. Steph's outfit is straight fire. How long have you been doing TNA live stream? Melissa, we've been doing this for a long time. What do you think, Jeff? Probably what, 5, 6 years maybe?
Almost going on 6.
Yeah, so we're getting up to 6. Yes, John. It takes place before he drowns. So yeah, you're gonna see when his mother was younger and everything like that. Yep. Listen, if it's half as good as, or if it's even as good as a Bates Motel, which I absolutely love, if it's as good as that, and that's a similar kind of a story when Norman was young, I will be thrilled, because that's literally one of my favorite shows. I've already watched it twice. Megan 2.0 for Google Drive on my phone on T-Mobile. I heard some weird things about that. Cody Leach reviewed it. Said it was enjoyable for his daughters to watch with him, but he said it is not a horror film at all.
What, Megan?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's more of an AI kind of a film. and like the lessons behind AI and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, but he definitely came out and said it is not a horror film, especially not after the first one. Now they're spilling out into the floor here. Everybody's going crazy. Jake something is hammering away. Security's down there. Security's trying to split everybody up. Macklin now is involved. This has become a big free-for-all. Macklin going after Mance Warner. And there's Steph. Steph licks Mance's face. Macklin is stuck in security, and now he and Jake something are trying to come to blows.
Mm-hmm.
That was just.
I think we're going to get a triple threat.
Might be. Might very well be. 3-corner match for the title. That could be. Yep. Zach Wentz and Nick Nemeth coming up next. My brother. Jeff, did you hear that Busted Open is 24/7 now?
I saw that.
Yeah, the channel is now 24/7. They've got oh my gosh, who's the guy that does the emergency podcast for WWE and he plays the little the red light in the background, the sirens and stuff like I forget his name. He's going to be on there. Like a lot of really good wrestling podcasts and stuff are going to be on that channel now. So good for them. Yeah. Just a lot of they're going to have a lot of different shows and stuff like that on the channel. I heard that they might be giving Mickey a show as well.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So that's cool. I'm happy for them. I like to see that, and that's only going to just make wrestling even better. That now there's a station where you can listen to wrestling 24/7, which is really cool. They can use things established in the first movie. Jason can never show up as the killer unless. That is not true, actually, Clown. They can use whatever they want in that. The guy who was the director of it before the current one put that rumor to bed pretty much because it is considered a TV show. So it doesn't matter. He came out and said he could put Jason in space if he wants to because it's considered a TV show and not a film. So they can use anything they want to in it. And in fact, their original plan was to do flashbacks and flash forwards. So you're going to see current Jason, and you're going to see the flashbacks to the mom. I don't know if that's still the plan, but they do not have to come together with Cunningham and Miller on that. They do not. They can't call it Friday the 13th. That's what's held up. The name is held up because Victor Miller owns Friday the 13th, and he also owns the rights to Jason's mom. Jason as a little boy, he owns all that. Cunningham and Horror Inc. Own the Jason stuff. So they would have to, if they ever made a movie and Miller didn't agree with them, they would have to call it a Jason film. They could not use the name Friday the 13th. So that, but it is not true in this Crystal Lake thing because it's a series. And it's considered for the lawsuit purposes a TV thing. If you're interested in that thing, go and listen to. Oh man, he's a lawyer now, which is good for all that. But he played Shelley in Friday the 13th Part 3. Larry Zerner. He's a lawyer and he does stuff for this kind of thing. And he was on Slash and Cast. Which I like that channel. They talk about slasher movies. They do they play games, slasher games online. But they interviewed him about it, and he's the one who told them a lot about that. So 24/7 wrestling talk. I'm good, thanks. I even have my limits. I just like the fact that you could tune in at any time of the day. I was listening to it on my way home, which is cool. They're fighting backstage. I got a Slammiversary pitch. What is your Slammiversary pitch? Jeff, did you do food today?
Yeah, we did food.
What'd you all eat? What'd you eat good, Jeff?
Not a lot.
Not a lot.
Because I know I'm gonna eat like an absolute madman.
Yeah.
Tomorrow.
So for the holiday. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm cooking some ribs and chicken, hot dogs, and hamburgers.
Nice.
And I'm sure my daughter will convince me to cook her a steak since
Oh yeah.
she likes steaks now. So
There you go. Hey.
yeah.
That's okay.
Yeah, JJ, I didn't have a chance to do this on here, but since the last time we've been on, JJ turned 10, so
Happy
that's
birthday.
crazy.
That is crazy, dude. Didn't you have your other son just turned 16, right?
In April, yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, my daughter turns 7 in March, so yeah.
It's crazy how quick it goes.
Yeah.
I'll never forget the black dude from Friday the 13th. Salute, sir. You went out like the one who boxed him.
Yeah.
You're talking about the one who boxed him on the roof.
Yeah.
Yeah, that movie. Part 8's a weird one. They had no budget to film in New York, so they ended up filming in Canada mostly, even though they called it Jason Takes Manhattan. The only scene they filmed in Manhattan was the one in Times Square, which was actually very cool because Kane Hodder, who played Jason, when he was in the middle of Times Square, even though, of course, they had it all blocked off, but he said there were so many people just there to see it. So that's a kind of a guilty pleasure movie of mine. It's very goofy, but there's scenes in that, like the boxing part, the part where he kicks the boombox over. With
That's
those kids.
hilarious.
Oh my God, it's so good. It's so good.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
It really is. Kicks the boombox over. The dude's like, "Yo, man, what are you?" And then he turns around and he pulls his mask up and shows him his face. Like, yeah, we're cool, man. We're cool. He did punch his head clean off. Yes. Yeah, that's one of the kills in the game. Actually, the Friday the 13th game.
Really?
Yeah, it is. You can literally take a swing and you go boom, and the guy's head just goes flying. Yep. Yeah. Yep. I'm so glad that I get to still play it again. I'm super glad that somebody shared that link where you can get on a DNS server and still end up playing it. One of my favorite games ever. And I'm now they just made a new one, but for computer called Jason Resurrected, and it's the same game, but they added a whole bunch of different Jasons, and they added the board from Jason X that never made it to the game because of the lawsuit.
Yeah.
But I can't play on my PC because my PC is too damn slow. It's not gaming compatible, really. Jason takes a boat ride. In essence, that's what it was. Yeah. Do I like part 7? Yeah. Jason versus Carrie. Sure. I like them all. I'm not. The only one that I can honestly say that I did not like is part 9. I hated it. Hated it. That's Jason. Jason Goes to Hell. Hated it. Hated it. It wasn't a Jason film, and they made him a Deadite from Evil Dead, and he was possessing people. It was weird. It was weird even for me. The only part about that I liked is the ending when Freddy's glove comes up out of the thing and pulls Jason's mask under, because then you knew you were getting a Freddy versus Jason movie. But yeah, that's the only one I really don't like in the franchise. I went and ranked them all, and I think I have part 4 as my number 1. Part 6 now is my number 2. Then I go to part 2, part 3. Part 1, ironically enough, is kind of lower in my. It's not lower, but I think I have it ranked like 5th. Part 1's a little boring to me. I've enjoyed them all. Jason Goes to Hell, I just do not like. I just didn't like it. Didn't like it. Wait, the hernia is post this match. Zach is in this match. Who got a hernia? What's going on with that?
Trey Miguel.
Oh.
Yeah.
I see. Kelly, who got her start in part 8? Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah, that's a good call. You're right. She was in that. Yeah. Yeah. That is true. Jeff, I watched because it's been so long since we've talked. I watched on Apple TV. I watched The Gorge. Excellent film. Excellent movie. Yeah, so good. Such a cool premise. And Miles Teller, who played Mr. Fantastic in that really bad Fantastic Four film, is one of the people in it. And Anya Taylor-Joy is the other star. Fantastic, really good. I'd recommend that to anyone. It's very, very good. It's like horror combined with a love story combined with a thriller and it's really done well. But I really like that. It was really good. Myron Reed is out here with Zach. Freddie's glove was Kane Hodder, so technically Kane. Yeah, that was Kane Hodder that wore the glove. Yeah. Yep. Oh, here we go.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. And the fireworks are starting, baby. Going to be going off all weekend long. Good Lord. Speaking of horror movies, well, sort of, Jeff and I finally saw Sinners. Hey, what's up, Tazzy? How are you, buddy?
Tazzy, let me know what you thought about it.
I have not seen it yet. I definitely have to see that.
Yeah, it's really good. I've seen it more times than I care to admit on here.
Yeah. I
good.
definitely have to see that. Definitely have to see it. Bhupinder is long gone with no fanfare. Bhupinder will be long remembered. Did I read in wrestling, and again, I kind of caught bits and pieces. Is Ludwig Kaiser now El Grande Americano? I thought that was him. I'm like, dude, are you serious? He's El Grande Americano. I know Gable got hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was that's hilarious.
Yeah, it should be a lot of fun.
That's hilarious. What's up, Tazzy? Not much, buddy. How are you? I got to watch Clayton Kershaw, my all-time favorite Dodger, get his 3,000th strikeout last night, which was really cool.
Wow. I haven't seen a lot of baseball this year, but hopefully I'll get to see a few games.
All-Star break's coming up very soon, actually.
Yeah.
I think it's in a week or so. That's when Tazzy will have some time off.
Mm-hmm.
SummerSlam's coming up soon.
Yeah.
And Saturday night's main event. How many of you, just because I haven't talked to you guys in so long, and Jeff, how many of you think Goldberg has a shot at winning that title? I'll tell you, man. So many people are dismissing it. I think they're going to do it. I think they're going to give it to him, but I think Gunther's going to win it right back at SummerSlam, back off of it. That's how I think they're going to do it. I think they're going to let him get it. They're going to hold it. He's going to have it until SummerSlam, and he's going to lose it right back.
I think Seth's going to cash in.
You think Seth's going to cash in and get that one? Yeah, that could be too. Yeah.
I think Goldberg will win.
And then Seth will
cash in.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Could see that too. Clayton Kershaw's first pitcher since Randy Johnson. Yeah, dude. I was surprised at how few pitchers are in that. He's only the 20th one to do that, which is crazy. I'm glad he got to do it in front of the home crowd. That was really cool for him. His family and kids were there, and I'm thinking this is his last season. Regardless, he has 2 World Series now, and now he got that record too. So I'm probably thinking he's going to pack it in. And so wouldn't it be nice to get him to another series? I don't know though. I mean, I'm surprised the Dodgers are where they are with the fact that they lost all their pitching staff and they're all hurt, but they're still the best record in the league. All right, I got a book for a second try to make it back, but no problem. I think if he wins at main event, Steph cashes in on Goldberg the same night, John. Yeah, you're agreeing with Jeff. Yeah, that could be. That could be. And you know what? It does make sense too, Jeff, because then that keeps him away from the Cody and Cena thing.
Yep.
So that does make sense. That does make sense. Put himself in the baseball. Oh, no doubt. Yeah, John, no doubt. Kirsch was getting there. I think he was getting there regardless. But yeah, I no doubt. And you know what? He's just a good dude. Like I like to be a fan of athletes who I think are just great people. And I think he just seems like he's just a really good dude. I've never heard bad things come out of his mouth. Even when like the Astros cheated off of him in the World Series and stuff like that, he never really said any bad words about anyone. And I think he's just a good guy. So I think it's more no starting pitchers. Pitch more. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. How many times do you see a pitcher go past 6 innings now? Hardly ever. Hardly ever. Yeah, very true.
Man, I remember back in the day, like Nolan Ryan. I mean, you wouldn't take him off.
No, yeah, they'd fight you to take them out of a game. Yeah, that was when pitchers were going 8, Jeff. And a lot of times you'd have the reliever come in for 1 inning.
For one, that was it.
And you had those amazing relievers like remember Dennis Eckersley for the A's who'd come in, and you had those awesome relievers that would just come in and just close a game. And but no more. There's too much Tommy John and too much surgery happening, and the pitchers just don't last. So they try to save them.
And then you remember like when you would have the flipping rock star pitching staffs like the Braves had back in the day.
Oh my God, Glavine and Smoltz and oh man, yeah.
Maddox.
Yep. Maddox, yeah. Yep.
Yeah, Greg Maddox was unreal.
It definitely changed. And you know what? That quick pitch count could have changed it even more. Mm-hmm. Because now they got to throw the ball faster. They got to get it out of their hands. And it probably puts more wear and tear in the arm. So says a lot about a player when you lose to a team that cheats and does not. Yeah, no, I honestly was shocked because they beat him because they were scouting pitches. And when they asked him about it, he just said, "We lost." And he didn't come out. His teammates came to his defense, obviously, and a lot of teammates said a lot about it, but he did not. And I respect him for it. He like I said, he's just one of those. He's a throwback, and I think he's just one of those good guys. And I'm glad, he did run into a lot of injuries over the past like 4 or 5 years, but I'm glad he's going to be able to go out on his own, and I'm glad he got the couple of World Series rings under his belt, and so yeah, that's just a good dude.
Oh.
Goes for the cover, it's close. Wentz kicked out. Wentz with a sunset flip. 1, 2, nope. Reversal. A good match. Ooh. How about seeing this pipe bomb when he mentioned Nick Nemeth?
Yeah. Hey, Nick Nemeth. Hey, Matt Cardona.
Right? Yep. That was fun, man.
Yeah.
That was a lot of fun. That was a lot of fun. Greg Maddux is now the Dodgers pitching coach.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
That is awesome.
Yeah, he is. Yes, he is. Oh, Ryan Nemeth, you cheater. Oh, takes him out. Ooh. Famouser, that might do it. 1, 2, yep. So the distraction from Ryan.
Of course.
Gets the win. Slammiversary is stacked. Yeah, Slammiversary is going to be killer. Oh, did the Iconics wrestle tonight? Yeah?
Yep.
How did they
Yep,
do? Did they win?
They won, yeah.
Nice. Yeah, since I've been gone, there's been a lot of returns. A lot of people came back.
Yeah.
It's cool that the Iconics are back. They needed that, man.
Killer Kelly.
Yeah, Killer Kelly coming back was awesome. Yeah. The King's speech is coming up next.
Here we go. Yeah, let's see what Frankie has to say.
Oh, man.
Joe, I asked everyone earlier what was a go-to like cookout / barbecue staple for them, a food that they always had to have.
Okay.
And then I also asked about favorite drink, whether that's a Coke or a Pepsi, or if it's an adult beverage.
Okay. I'll probably give you something a little different. We often had growing up, and now they are incredibly hard to find. There is one grocery store around me that still sells them. They're fresh made sausage patties on the grill.
Oh yeah.
And I would have mild and hot.
Mm-hmm.
But they were a staple of my family, and one of the things that I love on the grill. And a drink. Birch beer on tap.
Okay.
Birch beer on tap. And again, coming from now when I got a little older, my dad didn't know, but they used to have the beer and the birch beer on tap in the same exact spot, and they look alike. They're both gold. So I would go over and I'd fill my cup with half birch, and I'd fill my cup with half regular beer.
There you go.
But yeah, that was my favorite grill food, and still is to this day. And like I said, I can't. It's hard for me to find them. I have grown to like brats. I like brats on the grill. And I had never had them until maybe about 4 or 5 years ago. But I do like them. And you know what? It's boring, but just a plain old good like cheeseburger.
Yeah.
To me, Jeff, they're still the best ones you can make. You get some good, and we used to make burgers out of like ground beef. So it'd be ground beef, veal, and pork all ground together. Oh, so good. So good like stuff. Juicy. Yeah. Yep.
All right. Now here's the other question that I asked. Charcoal or gas?
Oh my God, Jeff, charcoal. We never had gas grills growing up, man. My dad always was burning the hair on his arms, lighting the charcoal grill. And that was another rite of passage too. My old man would be like, "Joe, go out and do it. Go out and start the grill." So of course you'd watch him. And it's like all the comedies that you're watching, you get the lighter fluid and you're squirting way too much lighter fluid on the charcoal. And then you throw the match in and it just goes up and you singe your eyebrow hair and your arm hair and but yeah, charcoal for sure. The flavor, you can't beat it. You can't beat it. Now there are some grills that are made now that are those wood fire grills, that they cook over the wood pellets and stuff. And I've heard good things. I haven't had anything from them, but I've heard people telling me that they taste very close to charcoal. But I don't know. I'm like, yeah, man. And my mom would also make, and I'm sure your parents probably did too, baked potatoes on the grill as well.
Oh yeah.
Put them in the
Wrap
tin
them up in
foil.
foil. Yep.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. So good.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah, and for me, I love charcoal.
Yeah.
So when I was in college, I had a guy that lived across the hall from me, and he used to be a big tailgater at all the Clemson games.
Okay.
So that's where I learned to smoke ribs and briskets and everything else. So I'll never forget the first time we were going out to cook on the grill. I had my lighter fluid and I had my charcoal, and I'm getting ready to go to work. And he looked at me, he said, What is that you have in your hand? I got my charcoal.
Yep.
He said, no, the other hand. I said, my lighter fluid. He said, you don't need that. So that day he taught me how to light charcoal without needing the lighter fluid, and
Yep.
that's been my trick ever since. So
And you remember growing up too, Jeff, they used to make that match like charcoal.
yeah.
Where they would, in essence, all it was they would soak it in the lighter fluid.
Yep.
And you
yep,
would just take the match and start it. But
yeah,
man, there's nothing like the old school grill outs and stuff that we used to have.
Yeah.
And then of course you'd have barbecue chicken, you put some chicken breasts on there, and even hot dogs taste amazing on a grill.
Yeah.
Amazing.
There's nothing like a steak.
Oh yeah, grilled steak. Oh yeah.
Nothing like it.
Yeah. My grandmother used to have pots and pans where they would cook on the grill with the pot.
Yep.
She'd make a big pot of baked beans on the grill and everything like that. Oh yeah, man. Yep. All right, here's Frankie. I had cheeseburgers and hot dogs on a Blackstone grill. Have you cooked on a black? No, I have not. I heard good things though. I know people that have them.
Yeah.
I went to the restaurant, Jeff, where my daughter works. Last night with my wife, I had a brisket sandwich, a brisket melt. Oh God, was it good?
I bet.
And then I had French fries with gravy and poutine.
Ooh.
Oh man, dude, the food was amazing there. It's a cigar bar. And
okay, so they got good pub food.
Yeah. It was really good. Really good. Barbecue chicken on the grill is the best. Yeah, it's barbecue chicken. You could just keep going and keep marinating it. Mm-hmm. You just keep dipping the brush in the barbecue and just keep on marinating until it's just about done. So yeah, you just get a different flavor from it. He's welcoming Joe Hendry. Okay. This will be interesting. Let's go. It's my boy. I haven't seen him in a while. In 5 days, Jeff, I'm going to the premiere of Superman.
Oh man. I gotta see it, man.
I got tickets to the premiere. If you're an Amazon Prime member, you could get tickets to the premiere.
Okay.
Yeah, so I got a ticket to the premiere, so I'll be seeing it like 3 or 4 days before everybody else.
Okay.
So I'm excited. I'm excited for that too.
I don't know what I want to see more, Superman or Fantastic.
Oh, I know they both look amazing. I'm excited for both.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited. Yeah, well, here I'll show you my shirt. Oh,
there you go.
That's old school Jack Kirby Fantastic Four right there. My daughter got that for me. Yeah, I can't wait. This is going to be an amazing month for movies. Give it 5 seconds before Kazarian sticks his foot in his mouth. You might not even have 5 seconds. There's Joe. Yeah, you believe. King's speech, more like King's bitch. My second guest, Mike Santana. Heroes and Icons TV Network is doing a 4-day Twilight Zone marathon. The original, the OG, the black and white ones.
Oh, wow.
They usually do those on holidays. New Year's Eve is when they usually do that. Jurassic World, I have not heard great things about, unfortunately. I've not heard good things. I'll probably end up. I've watched them all. Plus, what's her face is in it?
Scarlett Johansson.
Yeah, and yeah, yeah.
Let me just hook you up here.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Mike Santana.
I really think it might be Mike's time. Yeah. You need to sort of light on Santana in the crowd. Yeah, get a light on him, yeah. Thank you for the speedy entrance. I'm sure Hendry and Mike double team Kazarian before the show ends. Well, we're gonna get Trick out here too. Show turning into LA Knight. Yeah. He's a lot more excited about introducing Trick Williams.
Yeah, he is. He's
a lot more excited about bringing Trick out.
Yeah.
Whoop that Trick.
Crowd is into it.
They are. Whoop that Trick. I still got to get myself a Joe Hendry shirt. That has to happen. Still don't have one.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we got the three men that are going to be involved in the match at Slammiversary in the ring with Frankie. It's not the Joe show. It's not going to be a feel-good story for you or you. Truth is, I had a match with Joe Hendry and I beat him. Tag match next, maybe. Yeah, maybe that's what this is leading to.
Very well could.
I have no problem doing it again. Trick it, eh? Yeah, I knew that was going to happen. Just takes the mic away from him. We believe. I believe you're all idiots.
I love Frankie.
Oh, my God. Oh, he's taking none of that. I'll drop your ass on your own show.
Yeah, let's talk about that.
I didn't get wow. Fake ass rapper. Damn, dude. Wow. Get out of my face. Oh, that's true. That's in his wheelhouse there too. That's in his hometown.
Yep. Mm-mm. All right, Joe.
I want to see you get your ass whooped. I can see it now. December 2025, WWE Raw on Netflix, and John Cena comes out to officially retire with the title. Cuts a promo. We hear his name. We hear say his name, and Joe comes out and makes his debut. Interesting. After last year's Superman offense, completely different thing, bonus baby. You're talking about the Snyderverse as opposed to James Gunn, who is now doing DC stuff. Completely different. You could see the Christopher Reeve roots that he's going back to. Snyderverse is very, very, very different.
Yeah, I'm actually looking forward to.
Yeah, I could see the 1978 Christopher Reeve movie in this film. A whack ass rapper. Damn.
Mm.
Only one telling the truth is me.
I can tell when the boys are playing stuff on Xbox because I get little notifications of stuff that they're doing. So apparently one of them is playing Roblox right now.
Ah, there you go. Let's talk about that. We're kind of at a standstill here. Frankie has the mic back. Now, Frankie and him weren't getting along at all, and all of a sudden they love each other.
Yeah.
Jay Browns. Oh, I knew that was coming. Snaked them from behind. Here we go.
Yep.
Who said tag team match next week? Well, this is going to
There you
lead.
go.
Yeah, this is going to lead into it. Oh, he uses the belt.
Ooh.
Yeah, we're going to get a match next week. Good call. Good call.
Where's Santino when you need him?
Yeah, he should come out and make a match. No, it's just going to end it here, I guess. Okay. I still think there will be.
Oh, yeah.
Going to make it after the fact.
Or it's either going to be next week or on the Go Home show.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, there you go. There you go. I like the dynamic. I mean, they all like Frankie could turn on anyone at any time.
Mm-hmm.
And Trick, of course, you know, he's just the ultimate heel. But then you got Santana, who's kind of a wild card in there too, and then Joe. So yeah, I like the dynamic. I think it's going to be a good build up to the triple threat.
Yeah, I agree.
And Frankie still has not used that cash in. Yeah,
He is not.
so that's another thing you always have to keep in mind.
That's right.
Frankie's a smart guy, man. So he might be thinking ahead a little bit there to that. So, well, there you go. Wow, the time went so quickly. I could only join for an hour. So, but that said, well, first of all, it was great to see all of you, and secondly, be safe for your 4th of July if you're celebrating. Enjoy the day, but obviously, like I said, be safe. Fireworks can be quite dangerous, so just be careful. Be careful when you're driving. Don't party too much and drive, of course. And then, we're going to be
get an Uber or
Yeah.
give somebody else your keys.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And then of course we'll see you on Sunday.
Yeah.
So we'll be back for our first Between the Ropes in a while. So we hope that you guys can come out and join us. It'll be a good show. I'm sure Jeff will cook up a good menu to talk about. And we'll have a lot to discuss with all of the wrestling things that are going on in all the companies. And of course, the big news and stuff like that we've heard of. I'm sure we'll talk more about tonight's show here and going forward to Slammiversary. And like I said, we have big events coming up in WWE, big event coming up in AEW as well. So we've got a lot to discuss. So we're going to do that on Sunday. So come and join us. Come and see us on Sunday night at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for our first Between the Ropes in quite a while. So we hope you had a great time. Rate the show. I only saw half of it. So Jeff, you're up, man. What did you think of the show?
I thought it was a good show. I'm going to give it a 9. I thought it was
Nice.
Really good from start to finish, honestly. There were quite a few moments in it that stood out to me. I really want to see Mustafa Ali and Cedric Alexander again. They brought up in their promo that Cedric brought it up that the last time that they faced off was when they were a part of 205 Live in WWE.
Oh, man.
Their crazy WrestleMania match for the Cruiserweight title, and
Yes.
John Cena gave them a standing ovation. So yeah, I thought it was a really good show. Enjoyed the matches tonight. I thought the video packages and the promos were good and kind of helped. I mean, it's doing exactly what you're supposed to do leading up to one of your biggest pay-per-views of the year. So
Awesome.
I'm going to give it a 9.
Awesome. I will. I'm gonna have to go back and watch because I want to see the chain match and I want to see all the women's matches and stuff like that. So I'll watch it when I'm done. But from what I saw, it was enjoyable. I'm just happy to be back. It was just great being able to be here with you guys and Jeff, of course, again because I missed y'all. So I'm just glad to be back. So I'm gonna give it a 10 because I had fun in the little bit of time I was here. So I'll be there if I'm awake. Yeah, it'd be good to see you there, James. Thank you.
Yeah.
TNA was a 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10 says Marvin. 9 out of 10 says Sean. 9 enjoyed the women's match. It says Matthew. 9 out of 10 says Christopher. 9 out of 10 says John. Okay. A lot of people agreeing on the 9s. Good night, Brandon. Have a safe weekend as well with you. We will definitely be there Sunday, so come out and see us. Andrea with a 9. I agree with Jeff. 9 out of 10. Slammiversary is shaping up to be the best pay-per-view of the entire summer. That's awesome. That's great to hear. Because I think we needed that after the last live event that we watched. That's good to hear. I'm glad to hear that. That's awesome. 8.5 just to be different, says Barry. Crazy wrestling weekend coming up. Yeah, what's going on in the weekend? What do we got?
Well, the next couple weeks are going to be.
Yeah, we got Saturday Night's Main Event, I know, soon. When is AEW?
That's what I'm looking up now. All In.
It's All In this week or next week? It's probably next week. I think All In is next week. Our big fireworks show just started. Happy 4th, to you too, Heather. Have a good one. My poor dog is going to be a mess. She'll be hiding under the couch. Evolution and All In is next week. Okay.
Next week, yeah.
Well, that's good. And we can do our show on Sunday for it. That's good.
Yeah.
Eric Isaac, happy 4th, guys. Good night. Yeah, good night to you, dude. All right. Well, there you go. Thank you all for coming out. Please make sure if you're new to the channel and you're listening for the very first time, make sure you hit the subscribe, make sure you hit the like button on the stream, really helps us out. And also hit that notification bell to be notified about when we have future content. So good night to you, Marvin, and to you, Christopher, as well. As I said, have a great 4th of July if you're indeed celebrating. Please stay safe, be kind to one another always, and hopefully we will see you all for our next show, Between the Ropes, on Sunday night. Have a great one, everybody, and we will talk to you all soon. Good night, everybody.